You're probably thinking, what's the daft bugger up to now? Well, I'm up a ladder. And what's the point? Well, the point is that years ago you wouldn't have got me up one of these ladders. Let me come down and explain. Right, let's pop in the caravan, get out of this weather. Beautiful day, but cold. Oh, that's better. Oh. So what's so special about me being up a ladder? Well, what's special is 30 years ago I wouldn't have been able to go up there because I was terrified of heights. My knees would have been shaking, I'd have been sweating, so I just simply wouldn't have gone up there. So what we're going to talk about today is fear, overcoming fear. That's an individual thing, so I'll just tell you a story of how I sorted out my fear. I gave it a lot of thought. How am I going to overcome this fear? I thought, well, let's really do something radical. So take a look at this picture. Now, the gear I'm wearing is what your fashionable people who leap out of aeroplanes wear. And the lumpy bit on the front is a parachute, and there's a lumpy bit on the back that's also a parachute. I hope I only have to use the one behind me and not the one in front of me. So this was my cunning plan. I would show you some pictures of me landing. I did it 3 times. I was scared to death all 3 times, but I did it. Unfortunately, as far as getting some decent pictures goes, I was pretty good at falling out the damn thing, but I wasn't very good at landing on the landing zone. So much so that on one occasion I actually landed 3/4 of a mile away, and it didn't get much better than that. So there we have it. We've thrown ourselves out of an aeroplane 3 times, job sorted. But I wasn't content with that, and neither was my brother-in-law, who insisted for the next few years, every time it was my birthday, he found me something to do that involved heights, scaling cliffs, walking along wires over gorges. Let's get that out if I can. Jumping off things, attached to bungees. Well, we're getting there, because I'm now at the stage now where I can still be scared to death, but I can literally do it. And then I got to be thinking, I thought, yeah, I've cracked this, but always looking for another opportunity. And that's when I saw this. So what was all that about? Well, it could have been budget airline Ryanair's latest gimmick to save you money. I mean, you have to pay for everything extra on Ryanair, so why not have to pay for an inside seat? You can get it cheaper if you stay outside. Well, it turned out that it wasn't Ryanair. It was a display team based down near Cheltenham. And I thought, that looks interesting. Anybody who's scared of heights, if they can do that, they must be able to do anything. And then I discovered that if you cross their palm with enough pound notes, they'd let you have a go. So shall we take a look and see what happened?
Oh, it's a bird. No, it's Batman.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. Are you tingling yet, Mr. Clark?
Yeah, well, you won't get Wilson strapped up on top of that, because he's a wimp.
zoom out well. Here's Alan getting strapped in, ready for his little flies. This is the pilot.
Because it's signing into the camera. And it's going to affect my posing ability.
No, I'll come round the corner here so she won't be shooting directly into the sun. There will be plenty of shots.
Right. Right, fine. I will. Right,
Right, here he goes. His friends all think he's barking mad.
Yeah, all mine think I'm mad. I think they're mad for not wanting to do it. It's great. You will love it. Beautiful weather.
You actually go up and do the stunts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do handstands on the wing and climb up from the cockpit and down.
Biggles has landed.
Into the sea, that's it. Try not to step on that side bit because they're quite weak. That's it, stay on the black.
Well, Mr. Clark,
Well,
how was that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm still flipping. My body's still going like that from the pressure. You don't have time to worry about going up and down. You're too busy trying to get your breath. Everybody should have a go at that at one time or another. So there we are. And have I conquered my fear? Absolutely not. Fear is an important part of who we are, and without fear we wouldn't live very long. Fear heightens your senses, makes you more aware, and if you can get through that wall of fear, you hear about stories about actors, famous actors even, who are terrified to go on stage, but once they step out there, all that fear goes because they're focused on what they have to do, the task at hand. And it was the same for me on that plane. I was frightened. I wasn't going to show it, not with all my friends watching, but as soon as that plane left the ground, I had absolutely no fear whatsoever, because there was too much for me to think about, too much for me to look at, too much for me to concentrate on. So fear, it's a good thing. But what it has enabled me to do with the wing walking and the throwing myself out of perfectly good aeroplanes is I've learned to control the fear and to use it to my advantage. Fear will always be there, but if you can get a grip with it and push yourself through those difficult times, you'll find you achieve and enjoy life a lot more. And what about you? I'm sure you'd love to have a go at that. Up diddly up, down diddly down, and home for tea and biscuits. You can't beat it.